Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Soul Path Guidance. I have a beautiful message from Malachi today, as well as a few decks that I'm being called to pull from. I am currently cleansing our energy and our space with some beautiful blue sage. So allow that to come your way to purify and bring us into a beautiful space of unity. So welcome. My name is Master Juniper Blue Mystique. I am an Ascension Master, a Master Healer, and a Divine Guide. Now, I have something important to talk about today. And what I want to talk about is welcome to the divide. We are currently in the divide. Okay, we have spent the last, 5 years or something, a lot of us, starseeds, light workers, healers, including myself, trying to, mostly I spent it doing the Return of Christ work, but a lot of starseeds and light workers spent the time trying to wake people up, and as did I, to show them the work that was being done, right? Including undoing the Holy Grail, including uniting Jesus and Mary Magdalene at the soul level again through my DM and I, twin soul union stuff. What else did I do? Clearing Mount Shasta, activating the pyramids, right? All of this work that I was doing and trying to get people to see it, to open up to it. I was blown away myself and undoing the Holy Grail and activating pyramids and trying to understand what was happening. So we have come to the point now in the Ascension where, the push to wake people up is null and void. It's just really, we're not going to do that anymore. Okay, we need to shift now into a space of letting them go. Those that did not want to rise won't rise. It's time to let them go. Okay, but in a beautiful way. So I'm going to give the message from Malachi, and then I'm going to pull some cards for us. Okay, but I'm just allowing some cleansing of our energy. Yeah, buddy. Into our space. So welcome. So the message that I got from Malachi for us for today is welcome to the Great Divide. Okay, welcome to the Great Divide. We will no longer be duality. Those who chose not to rise, will go one way. So we're to the point where if they are continued in duality and threw shade at it and didn't want to wake up, they chose not to wake up, they will go one way now and we will go another. So welcome to the Great Divide. Okay, we are in it. Lessons in integration, wellness, and in vibration. Okay, we're in a periods of lessons of integration, learning to integrate the energies more and more, learning to rise into the vibration of New Earth, and focusing on internal wellness, true wellness, not the detached matrix style, right? Internally seeking answers, guidance, directions, and passions. Yeah, I've even chose to upgrade mine. And today I'm like, I'm moving here, and this is what I want to do. And then Spirit told me, you're going to get there. I'm like, sweet, I'm out of here. I'm leaving Colorado. So I can't wait. So anyways, we are in a space of the Great Divide. Those of light will rise and those of shadow won't be able to, right? Karmic demise. Those who didn't want to learn the lessons and grow into New Earth. We have to be willing to let them go. There's no more push to be like, hey, wake up. Hey, hear this. It's okay now. Internally seeking answers, guidance, directions, and passions. Those of us arising, those of us in the light, those of us going into New Earth, that is our focus right now. Internally seeking those answers, guidance, directions, and passions. And before I get any further into this, you guys, I'm doing a 22-day vibrational integration, angelic virtual retreat, basically. Where I will be taking us into very deep space of an internal focus. We will be doing healings literally every day for 22 days with the angels. I will be taking us kind of and doing some like hypnosis stuff, chakra bowls, and then also light language singing. For like we have like 10 minutes of chakra bowls and vibration integration. 10 minutes of light language, allowing that to channel through and singing. And then it will go into the guided healing meditations with the angels for the next up to 45 minutes or so. And this is going to be every day for 22 days. It's a big deal. God is asking us to be that front line for those rising, not to push anymore. Hey, wake up. Hey, see this. Like, that's done. They chose not to, or whatever, you know, it was on them. So now we're to the point where, okay, now we're in it. We are internal focusing, we are healing, and we are rising together. Okay. And so it's about shining our light to help be that front line for those rising. Okay. No longer waking up, no longer, hey, wake up. It's just those that are awake, those that did rise, those that are rising, we're coming together. So if you want to join that, it starts the 28th. Only day 1 will be live, just to call our energy in. After that, I will be doing it every day for 22 days, calling us in, doing these healings that are very structured and tailored to an angelic presence. It's also for the earth. Okay, it's for the ascension, it's for our vibrations, it's for the earth, and lots of healing within that. They're calling it a divine intervention, healing integration. Yeah, just to get it's a prep for the solar event. Okay, we are prepping our physical vessels, spiritual vessels, mental vessel, the totality of ourselves for the upcoming solar flash event. That's really what it's about. Okay, so if you want to join me, join me. It's going to be beautiful. 22 days of nonstop healing and vibrational integration and attunement and preparation for the solar flare event. Okay. And God, this was a big deal one. Like, you can even give it as a gift. Like, it's open to everybody. It's not like when I do the Return of Christ work, like the Anointing of the Blood of Christ video. It's only for those who really can truly receive that one-on-hand blood from Christ, which, you know, unfortunately wasn't as many as I'd hoped it was. But so there's a difference. So this 22 days is really truly open to anybody who wishes to prep for this coming event. So back to the message. Okay, click the link below and join me in this workshop, because if we can get 10 people at least to do this workshop, then we can totally help the earth and mankind in a massive way. Like, I mean a massive way. Those who do the work with me don't just do it for themselves. We do it for all of mankind, okay? But generally, that's how it is for everybody. All right, so back to these messages. Okay, so those rising are the ones detaching from the matrix, okay? Those that are rising are the ones detaching from the matrix and focusing on heart space, internal connections. All right, and those are the ones that we are calling home, guiding home. We don't need to worry about pushing for others to wake up anymore. That's done. It's duality time. Welcome to the Great Divide. We can no longer be duality. Okay, so less trying to wake people up, more guiding through light home. Okay, there is a difference. If they do not see, they do not see. Give ourselves permission to set them free. Give ourselves permission to accept that they may not be with us, right? They may not rise with us, and that's okay. Some of us will separate. We will rise, and we are beginning to now, all right? So we are rising and others are not, and we have to accept that. It's no more a push of wake up, because they may not anymore at all, okay? They have accepted their path, and we have accepted ours. So we need to look for those that are aligned with us, that truly are rising into the heart space, doing the work, and so on. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bay leaf cleansing of our energy. And then I'm going to go into the card message for Spirit, from Spirit today. What else they want us to see through the cards that I have pulled through. Okay. First, I'm being drawn to our animal spirit guides. All right. I don't know about you, but I love animals. Animals were crucial on my awakening journey. One time I had somebody tell me that crows were just birds, because on my journey, crows were so significant in my awakening path. And I'm like, no, I guess they are just that if you're not awakened, right? If you're not connected to that, then it can't be that for you. But animals are so important, just so important. So we have to give ourselves permission to accept those that didn't choose to rise and let them go. That's where we're at now, okay? And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay, right? It may be a difficult transition, and I knew this when I was doing the work, that there will come a time when some of us will go one way and some will go another. And there's nothing we can do. We fought hard for them. I fought hard to get people to see the return of Christ's work, because you can't see past the shadow. And I know heart reviews apply, right? So it truly depends on what is in your heart. If God truly is in your heart, the real stuff, not the false matrix agenda. And no matter how hard I pushed, people would close down more and more, right? So we just got to accept now that they chose not to see it. They chose not to do the work, and they chose not to rise, and that's okay. It's not their time to ascend. Okay? And again, I know that they may have this illusion that they're just going to remain the same. They're not. Okay? Nothing will remain the same no matter which way you go. So we just have to have acceptance. And now it's about internally seeking answers, guidance, directions, and passions. Okay? Coming together, rising, less trying to wake people up, and more guiding through light home. Does that make sense? Just acceptance to those that didn't do it, because duality is no more. This is now the great divide. Okay? So we are in it now, my friends. We are dividing now. And if you're your authentic self and those people can't hear you, don't want to see you, don't want to support you, don't want to acknowledge what you're saying, and they leave, which happens to me all the time, that's okay. If people can't accept you for the authenticity of who you are, that is not unconditional love, right? They're not part of your path. So we have to be willing to let them go. If you speaking your truth, living your truth, so help you God, right? Living your soul path does not allow people to see it, and they judge you, and they don't want to be with you in that, and they make you feel less than, or they leave you, then they are not part of your soul path. They were part of a karmic one. Okay? I swear, y'all, I always drop a card. Like, what is up? All right, so let's see what else the cards have to say here. So we are starting out with our animal spirit guides, okay? The first card is, there is always enough. You guys, there is always enough. Lack. This is a card about lack, okay? Lack can be toxic. Lack can be like poison. When we focus on what we don't have, we are in lack, okay? When we rise above lack and we are just in abundance is all things, abundance is in all things, we are creators. We don't worry. We don't focus on not having. We already know we have. And that opens us up to more. Okay, you want to think of those laws of attraction, all that kind of stuff. Take that even higher, right? Get out of lack. There is always enough. And I'm listening too, right? I always take these messages to heart as well. So, if I let lack in, we need to clear it out. There is always enough, okay? And sweet results await. Sweet results await. You know how they have one card in here that's life stings and it's a bee? This one says, be spirit, sweet results await, excuse me. So, there's always enough and sweet results await if we rise into that. Okay. Also, life is a mystery. So there is this energy where people need to see it. They need to see it to believe it. The opposite of that is true. What you align to, you will see. Right? So you hear what I'm saying? It's like it's what we believe in, we will see. What we trust in, we will be. What we hear, we will do. We will create through. So what do you believe? You're going to see it. Okay? Life is a mystery. We're not always meant to have all the answers. We need to trust in the now, trust in the knowing, trust in our ability to keep shining and growing and calling things in, right? Trust in the knowing. This always reminds me of the fairy card. It's like, well, I need to see it to believe it. Well, you won't see it if you don't believe it. You are what you believe in. Okay? So allow the mystery to be and trust the internal flowing. Trust that there's more than we can see. And that's okay. Like with people, when I cleared Mount Shasta, it's like they're waiting to actually see it crumble and fall to believe it. I mean, there was a lot of proof there. A lot of proof already there. So I don't know about you, is when you're internal and you're connected to the heart space, you can see it. Without a physical representation, we know. We just know, right? Like all these aliens. I know they're up there. Do you know they're up there? Do you know we're not alone? Some people already know it. Some people feel it. So I can see them. I actually undocked them when I activated the pyramids. I undocked a huge spaceship that is anchored under the water in the Atlantic Ocean when I was activating the pyramids. I had to undock it to activate the pyramids under the water. And then it was able to do it ever again. And I did that a couple times. And I said they will eventually find it, and they may not be alive. So they are already here. So some of us don't need to see it to know it, right? And so that's kind of what this one is about, is life is a mystery. Why do you want all the answers? It kind of takes the fun out of everything to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you block it anyways because it's in judgment. You are actually coming from judgment when you are in that. I need to see it to believe it. Because when we're internal and our vibration goes higher, you can actually see more. Like when you're in your heart space completely, without shadow, you can see what I've done. It's in the Akasha records. But wherever your shadow is or the matrix lies, it will block you. Okay? So it's never about actually seeing. It's never about having all the answers before we act. It's believing in it, trusting in it, and allowing spirit to validate it when it needs to be. If you're in stillness and you just put things there to observe and absorb, they will validate if they're true. Okay? But you can't block that, right? So give life the ability to be the mystery that it is. And graciously receive what comes through when it does. I don't know about you, but I love being mind blown. I love when the angels step forward suddenly and I'm like, oh, who's this? What's happening? I love the mystery. Okay, I love it. So we also have time to let go, right? Time to let go of what doesn't serve us. Groundhog. I'm hearing grounding, right? But time to let go. And isn't that what Malachi said? If they do not see, they do not see. Give ourselves permission to set them free. Okay? It's time to let them go. When we detach, it's not about never having anything. It's about nothing having control over us. Life is a mystery. I don't need all the answers to know. Okay? I just know because I'm internal. I can feel it. The universe is within us. So the more we tune into that, the more we let go of what holds us back, what's based in lack. Let go of lack. Let go of judgment. Let go of the need to see, to believe, and surrender inward. And an awakening is coming into the energy of all connectedness. That's where you can truly see all things, okay? There is always enough. So let go of lack is very loud here. And slow and steady wins the race. Just keep going without expectations of when things should be happening the way you think they should be happening. Call things forward and let them be the way they're going to be. Like we try to control every little detail. Well, I want this, so it should have come already. You don't realize it takes every piece of action that you're doing to create that momentum as it is. Think of it, the energy in the universe like a boomerang. Okay? So we need to let go of the constraints. We need to let go of the lack, the control in time, the ego thinking that we know everything or we need to see this to believe it. That's the matrix anyways. They like you to not see clearly. They like you to focus on what's loud and in your face and only believe in that, right? We forgot how to believe in love. Love is not exactly seen all the time, but it's felt always. Love is felt. Energy is felt before it's seen. Do you understand that? So the universe is felt before it's seen. So if I have lack, the universe feels that and things can't get in. I'm going to create more lack. Same with fear or whatever. So just keep putting the actions out there. Keep doing the work. It takes every piece. And I kept saying that for a long time. And so it's time to let go of what is not serving you. It's time to let go of things that hold us back. Okay? All right. That's that beautiful message. Now I'm being drawn to the Goddess deck. Goddess Power Oracle. All right, what else do we need to see? Ooh, burping to connect. Sorry. Oh, I burp to connect and heal and all that good stuff. Yeah. All right. What to... Woo! Hearing one more. I think 4 flew out already, maybe 5, but I'm hearing one more. Yeah. Okay. Allow your soul to be free of things that hold us back, lack, judgment, having to see things to believe them. That's based in lack, okay? Lack is coming out in the entirety of this message so far. Yeah. And even because others can't see me, does that mean that I don't believe in who I am anymore? There's a push for that, but I know who I am to be true, okay? And a lot of people are so used to seeing lies and truth. So I still have to know that it's okay. If they don't see me, it's okay. So there's assurance, right? Assurance don't come from truths. Assurance is knowing that you are who you are no matter what others see to be true. I'm hearing that. And look at the beautiful blue. It's about your truth, okay? I don't need you to accept my truth. I am assured in my truth. Look at that. I was saying that before I even read the cards. I am assured in my truth. I trust in my truth. I know my truth to be true. I don't need your assurance. I have my own. Okay? Wise leadership. We need to come into the wise leaders now and lead everybody home. All right? Not trying to wake people up, but just shining your light, doing your, it's like passion creation. Other than waking people up, we now go into our passion creation. Internal growth and knowing, and just allowing those who hear the call to follow, okay, to help people wake up that way. But also I'm hearing here to pay attention to what matters. Do not listen to those who don't know, that are not connected to the heart space. Why would we allow those to dictate who we are? I'm hearing that very loudly. Why would we allow those who are not connected to their heart space, who cannot see our truths, to tell us who we are? That's what I'm hearing very loudly here. That's based in lack. I don't need them to accept me, to accept who I am. I know who I am. I know what I was doing was real. I know the pain that I felt when my twin soul died. I know the attacks that I had on my vessel, my spiritual self, my solar plexus. I know what I fought very hard to survive in this ascension through. And I do know I deserve better than the way I've been treated. Tenfold, hands down. And so if they wanted to treat me that way and they didn't want to see the actual work of God, that's on them. I still know who I am. It doesn't make me less than. It means they had too much shadow to see it. Okay? So we don't need to listen to the things that are not real. We need to be the leaders of the light, listen to the light, allow the light to guide us through, and not find assurance in things that are not true. Okay? So don't allow the false things to guide you. Pay attention to wise leaderships, those who are truly connected. Because anybody can tell you anything. Oh, trust me. There's been a lot of false prophets. But when you have a real one, people are like, I can't see it. See what I'm saying? So we don't need their assurance to be true to ourselves. We need to trust who we are for ourselves and keep shining that through and keep following the right things. Okay, that's what I'm hearing very loudly. Water, emotional release. Be in charge of your emotions. Be flowing in the emotions. Also, I'm hearing flow. This beautiful color is sticking out in this. Beautiful color. So it's allowing the emotions to flow. Being strong in that and accepting of our emotions and allowing them to flow so that we can hear the messages within them so that those can guide us. That's so important. I've taught that in all of my courses. Our emotions have our messages for us, but we are so prone to shutting them down and not listening to those. We look for logic, we look for external validations and assurances where your internal self is like, I've got all your answers. This goes with the channeled message as well. Okay? Seek those internal validations, seek the emotions guiding us, because they will tell us everything we need to know and do, but we need to know how to listen to them and we need to know how to let them flow. Okay? So important. Liberation, setting yourself free from what binds you. Being liberated. Look at that power, self-assurance. I believe that's a snake on her third eye there. I don't know, I can't see it very well. But to me, that's what I'm hearing. It's about self-power, self-assurance, again, assurance. But being liberated, setting yourself free from what binds you and controls you. And that's lack too. We have let go, right? It's a beautiful message today. It's powerful. Radical acceptance. We have to accept those who will not rise. We have to accept the things the way they are. We have to accept that, you know, just accepting things the way they are. Do not try to change them. Do not try to paint something a color it's not, because that is not true. Okay? No matter how many times I tried to say, I can't be doing this. How am I that? And this isn't real. It would be swinging back around and right in front of my face is, yes, it is. Okay? So it's hard to deny truth if we're truly aligned with that, right? It's just radical acceptance that maybe things didn't go the way, also maybe things weren't the way you thought they were. And it needs to be accepted now, okay? Like, we have no choice but to accept things now for truth and how they are, to have self-assurance in our own truth and our own knowing, and to listen to our emotions over other people's shadows flowing, right? Over the wrong guidance, the wrong leadership, to listen to the right leadership. Our heart, our emotions, spirit, angels, our intuition, and being liberated from what holds us back, keeps us blinded, and is based in lack. Communion. Communion again. I'm going to set this one aside because I'm going to look up I know what it means, and I know what it's saying. It's coming together in light. Communion, togetherness, seeking those that hear our light, and not worrying about those who don't. But I'm also going to look up the book in that one for in a moment, just because I feel the nudge too. I understand the message, but there might be something in there they really want you to hear. Self-mastery, so mastering those emotions, just like I said, okay? Mastering our emotions, mastering our power and our abilities, mastering that slow and steady pace, right? Stay in the here and the now. We get overwhelmed when we worry about the future, or we take too much on at one time. We can only do in the here and the now what we can do in the here and the now. Okay? So, and be devoted. The true devotion. Oh, and that came through for me recently. It's like, nope, I'm devoted to God and I'm devoted to love. I will honor my DM. I will honor love only. And I will honor God. And I seek that. I seek honor to this journey because it honors God. I seek honor to my truth because I'm getting chills, because I know it honors God. It's my truth. It's my soul path. So when I seek honor and devotion to my soul path, I know I'm honoring God. And I was trying to tell my DM that. It's like, I honor God. I choose to honor love. I choose to honor God. And I am devoted to my soul path. I literally said this the other night as I was waking up. It's like, I choose honor to God. I choose honor to my soul path because that is how I honor God. I honor what God puts in front of my path because that is how I honor God. I honor love. That is how I honor God. And truth. Okay? Very important stuff there. Now I want to look this one up just to see if there's something further. In it, 24 communion. Coming together under the right light. Let's see what the deck says, okay? Ishtar, communion, empowerment message. Your intimate relationship with the invisible world is being called upon right now as you enter unfamiliar environments. It's a little dark, hang on. Your intimate relationship with the invisible world is being called upon right now as you enter unfamiliar environments and situations. It's time to commune with the great goddess, the aspect of the conscious universe in her most collaborative form, coming together, I told you. The world then becomes your oracle as it opens up and communicates everything you need in the form of signs, omens, and messages. Now is the time to pay attention to synchronicities and those moments when logic and reason fail to give you the full practice. So this is exactly what I said in the message. Those who seek logic will be blind. Those who seek internal showings and knowings will see clearly. And I teach this in my academy all the time, how to hear spirit, how to communicate with spirit. If you can't see the way the way that spirit communicates with you, you are blinded. Okay? It doesn't matter that logical, well, I need to see the alien ships to know they exist. Well, spirit shows us many things, many ways. But when we are more open, we can see more. Okay? So communion is seeking that light. Okay? Coming into that space, that relationship with the invisible world. This is exactly what I said. Oh my God, such a beautiful way of putting it. This is exactly what I said in the message, okay? That relationship with the invisible world, knowing how spirit communicates, just like with the crows. Look how this is more coming full circle as well. Somebody tell me, well, crows are just birds. No, they're not. Maybe to you they were, but not to me. I know this. When I closed down all portals of darkness, when I opened up all portals of light, crows flew out of every single chakra. When I got my DM soul back and freed and was able to unite with my twin soul on that level, I got it by a crow coming out of a book that God gave me. That was the symbolism of it. So some of us can hear the communications through synchronicities, symbols. What are synchronicities? They're not just numbers, and it's not just a synchronicity. It's so much more than that. And I teach that. There are levels of communicating with spirit. So coming into the internal world, not the external logical one, is so important. Being devoted to that soul path, so important. Thank you, God, for nudging me towards the book because it validated everything I said. I said that in this message. Okay? And I'm getting so many chills. Okay? We need to seek those internal knowings, being assured in our path, not looking for somebody else to validate that, and following the false wisdom. Okay? Following the true wisdom, synchronicities, knowing what to do with those, knowing how to ride the waves of frequency and sound, knowing how to be internally connected rather than logically disconnected from the heart, knowing how to listen to our emotions and what to do with those. This is where we need to be at now, because if we are rising, we need to be rising with those energies. We need to be embodying the blueprint of New Earth, co-creation with spirit, okay? And following and honoring is coming through very loud, and I'm getting chills, your soul path. The way to be devoted to your soul path is the way we honor God. I'm going to say this again because I feel like everybody needs to hear this, including the twin flame, my DM. The way we honor God is to be devoted to our soul path. To be devoted to love. To be devoted to our heart space. To be devoted to our soul path. That's how you honor God. Okay? So this is a beautiful, beautiful message. I'm going to now pull a card. By the way, I'm redoing this deck right now. And then I will republish it. I'm almost done redoing this deck. This deck was channeled through when I was activating the pyramid. These are our portal lessons that we are healing and learning as we are rising. Okay, they are Ascension Portal healing messages. What we heal and learn as we rise through the portals into New Earth. So let's see what those say. Beauty and power reside in many spaces, especially places we do not usually venture to see. Okay? So pay attention to things. This is, again, internally focusing into things we don't normally focus into. Internally feeling into things we don't normally feel into. Gaining new perspectives we have oftentimes just let pass right over our head and didn't pay any attention to. Okay? Getting new ways of seeing the world. We oftentimes will find so much power. To love unconditionally is not a weakness. It is a strength. Not all carry. Okay? So understanding that, especially places we do not usually venture to see. Okay? The way to honor God is be devoted to your heart path. Everything is brighter when we are aligned. Energy blocks through stagnation. Okay? So again, back to the emotions. We do not want to keep our emotions in stagnant waters. We want to allow them to flow. When energy is flowing, when our emotions are flowing, when we are grounded, we can hear clearer. We can see the messages from Spirit. When we are soul path aligned, you will get synchronicities. Why? When something is trying to catch your attention in the universe, you will get synchronicities. They are basically vibrational shifts. They are communications from Spirit at the baseline. So use them wisely. Animals, different symbolisms, things like that are the way Spirit in the universe communicates with us. Okay? While others are going, bullshit, that ain't real. I need to go to work to my 9 to 5. Others of us are going, take the time to pay attention, listen inward. You're going to see a lot more going on than others are seeing right now. Like if you actually watched all my pyramid activations videos, I spoke of the fires because they happened in those moments. I was like, ooh, somebody doesn't like what I'm doing. People are going to, and this was for California too. I remember, was I doing Mount Shasta Part 2 maybe? It might have been that one. Maybe it was Mount Shasta Part 2. And I remember specifically saying things like, and it's on this channel. But do people hear that? They can't hear past their logical mind, right? And so they don't hear. It's like muffled, wah, wah, wah. But I remember specifically saying that they're going to start fires, some intentional and some not. And some of those fires that were there were man-created because people get pissed off. You can pick up the rage anytime you want to. The shadow works through people just as God works through people. It's what are you devoted to? Pay attention to your devotion. To honor God is being devoted to your soul path. Okay? And just like Malachi said, if they do not see, they do not see. Let them go. Give ourselves permission to set them free. Do not worry about who doesn't see. Work in and around and connecting to those who do. And the way to honor God, it is time for us to be internally focused, listening and communicating with the right directions, the right things, and setting everything else free that controls us, that takes our power away. Allowing our emotions to flow so that we are not stagnant, okay? And steady motion. Keep going every day. Don't think too far ahead, okay? Master your emotions, master your abilities, master our connections to Spirit. It's so important right now to know how Spirit communicates and is trying to connect with you, okay? Listen very carefully to those messages. Liberate yourself, detach from what does not serve your best interest, okay? Remember to look at things a different way. Beauty is found in places we often choose not to see. And devotion. Be devoted to your path. That is how you honor God, is being devoted to the soul path. mastering our emotions, mastering our power, listening to the right guidance, which is that's very important here. Wise leadership. What guidance are you listening to? Is it Spirit's communications, or is it your ego, your mind, lack, judgment, and greed? Okay? And again, if that's what they're listening to, bye-bye. We set them free. Okay? But if you truly want to honor God, you are devoted to your soul path. Those who are rising and honoring God are devoted to their soul path. So much love, my friends. Thank you to Malachi for the beautiful message and our soul path guidance for this week. I will see you on the flip side. For those rising, bye-bye.